just toxic white males. It's Toxic Femininity, brought to you by Midnight's Edge. Greetings once again, and welcome to Toxic Femininity. Do not adjust your set. That is right. You have three extremely hot ladies on your screen, and we are a Toxic Femininity channel, folks. It's not an anomaly. It's the truth. Here we go. Once again, we have OG Star Wars Legends Gal. How you doing?
I am doing great. I am ready, and I'm really excited for this. You're going to really like all this SJW fun that we're going to unleash on you guys today. Yeah.
Cancel culture has lost its mind. Hasn't that right, Lorena? How you doing?
Oh, I'm doing great, Tom. Yes, it has lost its damn mind.
It's even going after the ladies and black people now.
And black people who are supposedly black, but not black, according to certain black people. So
you're not black enough.
No, it's freaking crazy town. But you know what? I'm glad to be here discussing it with all of you.
I'm confused because didn't they just say that all the blackness in your skin was just because of metachlorians?
Melatonin.
Metachlorins, metachloride,
no,
blah, blah.
Don't make enough melatonin, and that's the problem.
It's the other M word.
Monier?
Midi-chlorians, Tom.
Midi-chlorians works for me.
Midi-chlorians. So when I go south and I tan, I get even more midi-chlorians.
I like that. That works for me. I can remember that word.
Midi-chlorians? My force connection is getting a little fuzzy lately.
Maybe. I don't know. Mary, though. Mary, that voice, of course, is Mary Mayhem, the hostess with the mostest. How you doing?
I just spilled shit everywhere. That's all.
You've been every last two streams I've been on with you. You spill shit. What?
I'm not even drunk. That's
bad.
Stop spilling shit.
Hi guys. I'm actually stoked for this stream because it isn't often that ladies on this panel get to stand hand in hand with a woman in Hollywood and say, "Hey, knock it off." But we're gonna get to do that with a couple. Well, we'd like to stand hand in hand with Zoe Saldana, but she gave in. But one of our ladies for tonight did not give in, and we're super proud of that. And I'm super stoked to be able to look to her. I look to you, Gina Corano. I look to you as the benchmark for the rest of us of how to say. Go ahead, say something else.
Do it. Yep. Just.
It's like, come at me.
And she's been hitting it pretty strong too past then, and all her memes and everything she's been posting has been pretty stable against these guys who are trying to cancel her. So I mean, she's holding her ground.
He came out swinging and is still swinging.
As you would expect from a woman like her. She's tearing it up. So we'll get into that. Of course, but I'm excited for tonight's show. So
well, we might as well. You're already getting into it.
Oh shit! Wrong picture. I'm so sorry. No, fuck it. We'll go with that for now.
Yes.
This shit is absolutely stupid. No, okay. So, if you guys don't know who Gina Corano is, do you want to get this super chat real quick, ladies, before we get into this?
I'll hop on to it.
Go ahead.
Goddess of Whim 2003 $5 super chat. Thank you so much for joining us. Missed you all last week. $1 for each lady, one for Tom and one for Candy upon her return.
Yes,
thank you. Yes.
And send those well wishes to Candy, guys. She's getting settled in, and she's had a baby, and she's getting settled in, and so she needs a little mommy duties. So yeah. I was actually watching. I was trying to fall asleep last night, and I was watching this video of Disney China or whatever, like Mama Panda with her baby panda, and the Mama Panda was like, "You're never leaving."
Hold on.
The baby panda kept like trying to climb trees and get away, and the Mama Panda was like, "You're never leaving me. I love you so much." So I can totally imagine Candy doing that right now. She's just like, "Leave us alone. We're bonding."
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome.
All the love in the world for Geeky Candy.
Yes, love you, Geeky.
So let's go ahead and get that one if you want to, Lorena, and we'll get started.
Okay, Willie Woodward for $2. He says, "Can't give much, but y'all deserve it." You know what? We're just appreciative of whatever because it comes from the heart. So thanks, Willie.
We love you, Willie. You are awesome.
Yes.
And we appreciate the hell out of you. So let's go ahead. We're going to get into this. Now, if you guys don't know who Gina Carano is, if you saw The Mandalorian, that would be a pretty good indicator. But if you didn't know that, she's also a fighter, and she's a badass, and she looks like Belle. And so she's amazing and wonderful, and she's actually quite talented little actress, I think. I liked her quite a bit.
I really like her.
She wrote the best Mandalorian episode so far. I think her episode of the Mandalorian, I don't remember which episode was it, maybe 7 or whatever. I don't remember which one it was, but I think her episode of the Mandalorian was the best out of all of them so far.
Yeah, she was one of the highlights of the show for me. And look, I had plenty of problems with Mandalorian. She was not one of them.
Yeah.
Okay. She was a highlight of that show.
Just seeing her, she sold her part to me immediately, right away.
Like if you want to buy a strong chick who can kick your ass, this is the girl you want, right?
Yes,
this girl. And she was perfectly cast. So this is a news. I picked this article for a specific reason, because the thing about this is that this Gina Carano stuff to me is pretty cut and dry, right? If you are not looking at this and going, okay, anybody who is trying to bully her is out of line, then you're stupid. And the reason I picked this article is because of the way that it frames it. It doesn't support her per se. It literally just says, "Oh, Gina Carano's part is over party trends on internet after says actresses blocking users for supporting the Black Lives Matter movement." That is not what happened, people. That is not what happened.
No, stop lying.
So we're going to dig into this here. They did not support her. They should have #support women.
Believe all women.
Believe all women, unless of course you don't like what they're saying.
Yeah.
Then you can cancel them,
like,
right?
bump that chick.
But they do give her the proper accolades here. American actress and pioneering MMA champion Gina Carano has been in some controversy over some of her tweets, which has made social media users call her racist. The former most Googled personality is now being chased by trolls who are attacking her with tweets like "racist bootlicker" for a few posts and tweets she has posted. So this is the original post here, guys. And as you can see, this is World War II time frame, and there are a whole lot of people doing a salute that we all recognize. And then there's a big circle, a big red circle pointing out the point of the text, right? And it does not take a genius to realize when you're looking at this what the point of the tweet is, right? You can see
basically saying 9. He's saying 9 to the dictatorship going on there. 9.
Exactly. And he's not going along with what everybody is doing just to do it. And to me, I see that, and it's like it takes guts to be that person who stands up and says, "No, I'm not going."
Well, I'm not going to ever, even if there's a fire.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. So she tweets this out. Now, initially there was no context for this. This was the original tweet, but I really don't feel like you need anything to be said there. This speaks for itself, right? And it certainly should have spoken for itself. So on August 4th, Carano tweeted, "In my experience, screaming at someone that they are racist when they indeed are indeed not a racist, and any post or research you do will show you those facts, those exact facts. And I'm sorry, these people are not educators. They are cowards and bullies. This came after after the bandwagon of trolls got behind her and called her racist for a black and white photo she posted earlier, showing a collective word I'm not going to say so that we don't get banned off, salute where one man isn't saluting. And how you go after her for something like this is beyond me. But they did. So she calls them trolls because they were going after her. And they were like, well, these aren't trolls. These are people trying to educate you so you can get on the right side of history. Thus her response, yeah, right, with people are screaming at you that you're a racist, but she's not. Literally the point of that, the whole point of the original tweet was anti-racism.
See, this is what I didn't get when I saw this tweet, because I first saw Gina's response, and that's how it got on my radar, where they're calling her racist, and I'm like, what the heck in there has anything to do with race whatsoever? And in her tweet, she said sorry, and I tweeted at her, I said, you have nothing to be sorry for or about. There is zero to apologize for this. Yeah. And someone said, oh, well, you have to support BLM or else you're racist. And I subtweeted and said, am I racist for saying that I don't support BLM? Did not get a response.
Well, here's the kicker. And actually, I'm gonna stop screen sharing this one and start screen sharing a different one. So to pretend like she hasn't, quote unquote, been on the right side, as it were, at least according to their own measuring stick. I'm trying to find the right one here from Gina Corano. There it is. So this is a tweet from Gina Corano. This was back on June 4th. Okay. This is June 4th, Gina Corano. Okay. This article was useful to me to find different places to help. Hashtag, she literally hashtags it, Black Lives Matter. Okay. Now look, I'm not saying that I like getting behind that particular hashtag, but she's not even guilty of the crime you people are accusing her.
Exactly.
I don't believe you.
On her timeline.
You're expecting people to do research, Mary. They're not going to do it.
Not these type of people. They're
too freaking lazy.
Free for whatever they want to and not do their research. And this is what we're going to discover. Yeah, this is what we're going to discover here today. If you guys do not know this, but these kind of cancel culture type mentalities, they don't do their research. They just cry around because it doesn't fit their own personal narrative, their own opinion. That's all.
No, that's true though. Is that, look, I think, and here's what I think happened. Okay. And this is me speculating because I can't come up with another reason for why this happened, for why they went after her so hard. Some people saw a picture. They didn't actually look at the picture or the context of the picture. They saw a bunch of Nazi salutes, didn't pay attention to the giant red circle on the screen and said, that's bad, okay? And then freaked out. And then when they freaked out, these were people who had the hashtag BLM in their Twitter profiles. And when they freaked out on her, she blocked them because they were freaking out on her. And then to validate their original the original backlash that wasn't valid in the first place, they're like, oh, she hates BLM, except that's not the case. And if you look at her timeline, you can see that, but they didn't bother to do their research. They were simply trying to validate their initial reaction, which was one out of straight fifis, not bothering to look at what was in front of them. Because I don't understand any of this outside of that particular scenario. I can't make sense of it otherwise. But they did they went after her, and they went after her hard, and Data Racer actually showed it. So let me see if I can pull back up the other screen here.
There's a screen pulling up music. Screen pulling up.
So they go after her, right? They go after her. These are some of the things they start saying to this girl. Hold on. Wrong screen share.
I'm old. I can't read that tiny writing.
I'm working on it right now as we speak. Data Racer. There are multiple.
Pulling up stuff, music.
All right, here it is. Okay, so this is it right here. These are the crazy things that people have been tweeting at her. At Gina Corano, I fucking hate you, you racist bitch. Cara Dune would literally hate her. Guts, fucking racist. Give up on your career, racist. If you don't support BLM, you're racist. End of story. So how's it feel being a racist? Explain your racist cop supporting. Racist, you have to show us that we are wrong rather than simply tell us. Go look at her timeline, you jackholes. Even if, and that's measuring by their own stick, right? Let's measure by their own damn stick of you have to say BLM or you're still a racist, right? By your own stick of measurement. She is not guilty of the absolute crazy that they threw at her, threw at her. I hope you know how much of an inspiration you were to us before. Now you've come out as a bootlicker, which is a slur for being like a Nazi supporter or whatever, and a racist. I literally feel sick knowing I liked you. You absolutely disgust me with your behavior. F you. And this goes on.
Can I just say one thing here? I'm really getting sick and tired of people throwing out this charge of racist with no freaking proof, therefore cheapening exactly what real racism is.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what really pisses me off about this. They just throw that term around without knowing any of the context at all for that.
Absolutely. It does cheapen it. That's part of why this is such a problem. I think, especially for those of us who are trying to kind of stand up and argue against it or whatever, is because we value acknowledging real racism because it exists, it's out there, it's a problem, and you can't fight the real problem if you're sitting there focused on something else altogether. Research is hard, okay?
It is hard.
I did a whole shit ton of research. I literally just scrolled through her timeline. That's all I did was scroll through her timeline to look and see
totally
what
not
kind of
going
stuff.
to do any like rating.
Well, was there anything you could even point at? Was what I was trying to find. Is there anything you can even point at that would denote that this woman in any way is the horrible thing they're accusing her of being?
It's so hard to Googles. You know how hard it is to Googles? I just got my nails done.
You don't want to mess up your nails, right? But no, you get these people. They don't want to do the work. They don't want to do the work.
No.
Prove it. They do not want to provide the receipts. And people who are looking for receipts, like you and OG and myself, when people start throwing out these accusations, we're going through their timeline looking for receipts. We're going to see if what they're saying is true or if what they're saying is BS just to freaking say that. But obviously we are, and people like us are the anomaly.
Yeah, that's the weird part, is that we look at these accusations, and before we shoot our traps off, before we get righteously indignant and go and go to war with somebody, we go and we take a look at what it is that they're actually saying. Now, I don't know why that was so hard to miss, the giant red fucking circle in the middle, which in and of itself denotes a
red circle. Duh.
Are they colorblind or something?
It got mixed in
red
with
and green blues.
Oh my God.
Like, I really don't understand, but I want to focus on this one from Chloe here. This person with the at channel Kenobi. Okay. I love how they're all Star Wars fans, right?
Right.
So I see no posts from you that prove you're not a racist. Try going through her timeline. We just showed one. We literally just showed one where she was trying to do something beneficial that was helpful, and by your own measuring stick, using the very terminology you demand she uses. Say BLM, say ACAB. Gina says this is at 3PO's person or whatever with Leia in their profile picture. Say it. She already did. She already did. She literally already did. But okay, I see no posts from you that prove you're not a racist. The facts that are that you blocked people commenting BLM and people that are justifiably calling you out. No. Why are they justifiably calling her out? That's what I want to know, is where was the initial justification for calling her out? Where was that? Where? Someone explain to me, because they don't have an original justification.
Well, not just that. Like she just said, pull up and prove us to us that you're not a racist. You guys pulled up what, 1 or 2 tweets like that to prove she wasn't? Mm-hmm. And not only that, burden of proof is on the accuser, not the accused.
Yeah.
Well, that's true. So they continue. They're like, the research I have done, you didn't do any research, leads me to believe that you are indeed a racist bootlicker. Except no, you literally only had to scroll back a very short ways on her timeline, and bam, you would have seen something that showed you that she is, by your own measuring stick, not the thing that you're accusing her of being. What I loved about Gina here, what I loved about her was, even though she has it on her timeline, the very things that she could point at, right? And I'm gonna pull up a different screen share here. She has stuff on her timeline. She could have defensively responded. She could have said, nuh-uh, and then showed them what it was that they were looking for. She could have done that. That's not what she chose to do. Like a true fucking badass, where is it? Like a complete badass, okay? Instead of going, okay, here's exactly what you want, and giving into the peer pressure, she just looks at him and she's like, dear trolls, oh, but make sure you keep checking in from all your other 12 fake accounts, and we'll get into that in a minute. You're cowards. I'm glad you stopped following me. It's like the trash took itself out.
Yeah, that was
I love that.
She could have gone on the defensive, and a lot of people would have. A lot of people would have been like, no, I'm on your, what are you talking about? No, look, I literally said, I'll say it. I'll say BLM. I'll say ACAB. She could have done that. And instead she was like, go fuck yourself.
Because it's never going to be enough for these people. It will never be enough. You never bend the knee. You bend the knee, you lose your head.
Yeah,
so she was dead on with this.
Yeah, you give them more control, the more you bend that knee.
Yeah, absolutely. And look, I love, and we did come out to support her, and I'll get to that here in a little bit.
Trace Excel.
Is awesome. Oh my God.
I was laughing hard when I first seen that. Check him out.
Oh,
wait, there's our Chloe person again.
Oh Lord, yeah.
Oh, these aren't trolls. They're people trying to educate you so you can get on the right side of history. You're an idiot. You are a window licker. You need help. In the worst way, get on the right side of history. She's perfectly fine sitting where she's sitting. So that's how she responds. So, and they gave her heck, right? Now there was one person who had said, let me pull up that next one here. I'll actually pull this up. It's right here. She was accused. Someone had said something to the effect of, nobody cares enough about you to, oh, here it is. Here's the tweet right here. I promise you, no one cares enough about you to make 12 other accounts to stalk you. Right. So there's that right there, right? The dear trolls. So that's in reference to this is what she was talking about here. Okay. And this is Data Racer doing the hard work. Whoa, Nelly. Those are my freaking DMs. Hopefully you guys didn't see that. Data Racer, and we love Data Racer here. He does an amazing job.
Absolutely.
Look at this. Maxwell Lord. The Pascalorian, Pascal Baby, Pixie Pascal, all with the exact same name, but at Mando Slut. What the hell?
Mando
Slut. Wow.
Jesus Lord.
Mando Slut. Okay, I just had to write this down.
So that's how, yeah.
That was funny.
This asshole starts going through her timeline and posting this shit all over it. Bam. Don't tell me that they're not creating troll accounts.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Look at this.
Totally.
The exact same tweet over and over. Do what?
I said cut and paste. Nothing original, just cut and paste. Cut and paste. Same accounts, probably. Just same.
This is exactly the same account. It has to be.
Yeah.
There's no way that this is different. These are different people. Don't tell me that they didn't. That people didn't go out of their way to harass this poor woman.
Yep.
But where is Twitter? Where is Twitter? Where are you at? And I'm sorry, Twitter, but where are you at? This woman's getting the hell harassed out of her. Where is the media? Where is the media that stands up for all of the women when they went to bat from Kelly Marie Tran, right? When Daisy Ridley, when literally Kelly Marie Tran was talking about the media that made her feel that way, and they slammed fans. And they said it was people that were doing that, but it wasn't. And everybody called us toxic, horrible man babies, blah, blah, blah. Sorry, I mislocated my penis. It must be around here somewhere. I'm sure
it's all the way.
Where are they now? Where are they? Gina, well, maybe it's because Gina Corano doesn't fucking need to. She'll just, punch him in the face.
She doesn't give a crap about them. And the only people that Twitter care about are the ones that are going to keep propping up their freaking narrative. That's all they care about.
And by the way, guys, this is 2 pages here. This is not one page. This is 2 fucking pages of this shit right here. Okay. And I'm just mind blown. Where are they? Where are they? So this was the post that the SJW bots started targeting Gina Corano over, celebrating their bully of a female Star Wars actress. So this is it right here. All of the. Whoop. Hold on. Right. Not that. That. You literally could have picked a better picture to show whatever you wanted to show that didn't have freaking C's on it. This is
your choice. Sorry.
That's a great statement to say right now in today's society, is be the person that stands out and makes a difference in your world.
Yes.
That's a great statement right there.
But no, you just want to concentrate on the followers. But I guess that's what they want to do. They all want to be good little followers and just dogpile on people that stand up to them.
But you think the thing is with these guys right here, these cancel culture idealist people here, they are seeing themselves as the NZs.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's why they're offended. They're projecting. That's all it is, projection.
Classic.
I think it is, and it's insanely fascistic for sure. This desire to shut her down for something that hit them wrong, right? It could give off, if you looked at it the really wrong way, super sideways with your head, one eye into the back of your head. You could mistake this for something that it completely isn't, right? So shut it down right now, guys. Everybody put it on lockdown. Shut down this woman because she is a problem. She's a danger, right?
No, I think what it was is you guys are right. They didn't notice or pay attention or do the research on the photo. They just saw a bunch of Nazis in a photo. They read the fuck out. And then sooner or later, some of them figured out what the fuck they did to look stupid. But instead of, fucking apologizing, what do? They double the fuck down and back each other up. Like, because stupid is as stupid does, just like Forrest Gump says.
They moved the goalposts is what
exactly
it was.
That.
Yeah.
They moved the goalposts when they realized that, she wasn't actually saying anything racist, we're just fucking stupid. Then they pointed at the fact that she blocked people who have BLM in their profile, right? And so when she blocks somebody who has BLM in their profile, focus on that. Never mind that they were harassing her. Never mind that they were bullying her and trying to get her off of social media. Never mind all of the context around the fact that she did block them. And I'd block them too. I don't care what little advocacy crap you got in your freaking profile. If you're treating me like shit, I'm going to block you. That's because I treat people like individuals. I give people the respect that they give me. Hello, cat person.
Hi.
Wow. Sorry. You focused on it. So hold on. Since we have a cat in the chat, that's cool. So
the mouth attracts the cat. Look at that.
Yeah. Come and get it. My big thing here right now is, look, everybody went to war over Kelly Marie Tran. Everybody went to war over Daisy Ridley. Everybody goes to war over these poor women on a constant and regular basis. But this woman is legitimately being bullied. But because you agree ideologically with the people who are bullying her, you don't say anything. No one says anything. She's not on the news. There have been only a handful of articles written, and most of them are from a relatively neutral standpoint. And that's what blows my mind here is that where's your advocacy for women here? She didn't do anything to deserve this. She's clearly being trolled. Why are you not going at? Why is there not a hashtag? Well, there is a hashtag I stand with Gina Corano movement. And that's what I'm going to talk about next. Guess who started that shit? Us. We started that shit. Like people who actually, give a damn about protecting someone or standing with someone who's in the right here. I don't see the media doing that. That's grassroots. That comes from us. That's us. We have to do that. Not that I have a problem with doing that, obviously, but why is it that falls? Why is that incumbent upon us when everybody's
Happy birthday, Tanya.
Oh,
Happy
birthday!
$5 super chat from Tanya Bethia. No better end to a great birthday than watching you ladies speak the truth. Truly, y'all are a highlight of my week. Well, happy birthday, Tanya.
Yeah, happy birthday.
On this wonderful day. We appreciate your support, love. Yes. I feel like that
she
got
gets a Fenton.
Jesus Christ!
Fenton, you
And a maximum effort puppy.
Oh, yes. So
look at
cute.
that. Look at her smile.
Beautiful.
Yeah, absolutely.
So happy.
We got some other super chats we will get to soon, but I just wanted to quickly say happy birthday since we had a birthday in the chat.
Absolutely.
Happy birthday.
So we saw Nina stand with her. We saw a lot of tweets actually. And if you go back through it, and I'm gonna pull it up here. Tell me I didn't accidentally delete it. No. Oh, wait. I'm trying to pull it up here so that I can get back to Gina Corano. So I can show you guys the outpouring of love and support. And actually, it was you saw a pretty decent example of that from, for example, Trace XL. He was a pretty good example of. Sorry, I'm trying to get back to the tweet. I don't know how I put it down. Is this it? No, that's a picture. I love you, Data Race, but they're all pictures. None of these are the things I need. I'm just gonna fucking type it in. Whatever. There it is. Hold on. Let me get it pulled back up here. Here we go. This will work. So we went to bat for Gina. We did, and there was a lot of us who did it. I think it was Nina Infinity actually that got noticed first. I think, did she retweet her or respond to one of her tweets or something like that? But this has 9.8K likes, and this is her, and she's talking to us, guys.
Yeah.
She's talking to us here.
Yeah.
She says, my heart is filled with so much warmth from all of you. Just when you think the darkness starts closing in, all of you lit a candle to light my way. It really is incredible. The people standing with each other, heart to heart, believe there is hope. Oh, I just had a candle. Oh my God. Stephen Walton, the Chad, Jeff Shelley. I know these people. Smart Last Century. I know McFrozen Nuggets. I know Demongenai.
Yes.
I know these people. And that's because Angela Straven, Stephanie Kenobi, 97. We know these people. Almost 10,000. All right, responds to this, right? Or 10,000 likes for this, right? I know him. I know Double Light Elvis. Yes, we had to come and back Gina up. We had to back her up.
Yes,
because she was getting slammed for freaking nothing. For nothing. Where were all of the people who are all, protect women, believe women, blah, blah, blah. Where were you at? Where were you at? Why did you abandon this poor woman when they were trying to bully her off of social media? And I have to say, I think Gina's an inspiration here. And look, not because clearly I don't agree with all of her ideology. Clearly, right? Like she's got stuff on her timeline that I personally wouldn't post because I think that I do believe personally that, this is my personal take, all lives matter.
They're not people, they're hippies.
Well, I agree. I mean, I was pretty much the same way. I mean, I saw that original BLM post and she posted it and I'm thinking, well, do you know in there they talk about the actual Black Lives $matter and how that's basically money that's getting funneled into Act Blue. It's not going into any neighborhoods, but I'm like, okay, I see the point of what she was doing. She could have did a little bit better research, but
that her didn't in the right place.
Exactly. Her part's in the right place. So I couldn't really, super ding her for that, which I did not at all.
Yeah. The thing is you don't have to agree with someone's politics or the way that they approach something to believe that they're still a good person. Right. Yeah. And so clearly a lot of us here in this community don't necessarily agree with Gina Carano politically. What we do agree with is her right to speak and to not label her as something that she isn't just because you don't like something she said or something she posted, right? I do believe Gina Carano's heart is in the right place, even if I don't necessarily believe in her approach about how to get these things done, because that's what decent people do, right? So why is it that a bunch of people who ideologically do not line up with this woman had to come to bat for her, had to stand up for her against the people who probably ideologically do tend to agree with her more? Why is that? Because we're not fascists.
Yeah. We have common sense.
Because we're not the psychos that give a actual rat's ass what it is that you think at the end of the day. At the end of the day, we believe that you have a right to say it and a right to think it without somebody canceling you. Literally, Gina Carano is over party. They started a Gina Carano is over party. Over this. Ridiculous. This was trending on Twitter, people.
That's odd.
This was how hard they went after her. Creating bot accounts to slander this poor woman. And you tend to agree with her more. But you saw something you didn't fully understand, and then you couldn't back down because you don't know how to acknowledge when you're wrong. And that's, I think, one of my big things about all of this is, here's a true fact, guys. True fact. And I suggest embracing this. Throughout the course of your life, you're going to be fucking wrong sometimes. And that's just all there is to it. You're going to be wrong. And when those moments come, you have a choice. You can either take a look around you, take a step back, and try to get your bearings and a grip. And embrace, okay, I was wrong, and learn from that moment. Or you can double down, regardless of the reality around you. And you can remain an ignorant fuck. And that's up to you. But I can tell you this right now. You'll be a better human being if you take a fucking look around. Yep. You will be a better human being. And you won't treat innocent people like this for nothing. For nothing. I would like to meet Gina.
I know.
Too.
I'd like to meet her.
Love to.
First of all, I bet she could lift me over her head. Like, I kind of want her to do like push up,
like bench pressing or something.
Take a picture.
Oh, I could be her Yoda. I could be her backpack. I want to be Gina Corano. Gina Carano's backpack. Now run, jump. I can be your backpack while you run.
Oh, goodness. Some good stuff right there.
That's what people tell me. Hashtag make Mary the backpack.
Floating around Twitter now. I just feel like, what the heck is this about?
Gina Corano. Hashtag make Mary the backpack. Please, guys. Everybody at Gina. I just want to be your backpack, Gina Corano. Please.
You serious?
Love that.
Dead serious. I just want to be Gina Carano's backpack. I don't feel like this is asking too much.
Starless guy asked, will it be a dolphin backpack?
I don't care what kind of backpack it is.
Hey, Lady Toriel.
Hey, lady. How you doing, darling?
Woo! Lady Toriel, hey, Misty, we love you so much. She said, I want to thank the ladies in the chat for the shout outs. Up to 87 subs because of you, beautiful people. Much love. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. You're wonderful.
Welcome, sweetie.
Well, there you go.
Love to see you.
While we're at it, why don't we jump back and get on the rest of these other super chats that we missed out on so
all
far.
right. We'll take a look at that and we can get scooted along here. But thank you guys for hanging out with us, being in the chat and all that jazz. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that like button, guys. It looks like we might be shadow banned again, which sucks royally because this is such a good.
Yeah, I think we have been, yeah.
So, guys, if you haven't already, please hit that like button and spread the news because if YouTube won't tell people, it would be helpful if you guys
share the link, please.
Our super chats start with Larry, who sent in $1.49. Doom corn, Mary.
That's what I got.
And then Culture Casino also sent in a Doom corn. All right, we can start with Lorena if you want to with Bikini 90s there, and then you guys can just go around the board.
Bikini 90 for $2. Thank you. Shiba Dog shaking his body from left to right, sounded surrounded by red hearts. I think that's a super sticker.
That's a super
sticker. Yeah, it's so cute. Little Shiba Dog. Thank you.
All right. And so Culture Casino, thanks for joining us. $2 super chat. Some of my favorite ladies. Thank you all for all, or thank you for all you do. You too. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
We love you, Culture. And Nick McCabe, one of our Australian twinsies, hanging out there. We love you, Nick. You're awesome sus. Since for Australian 30, he says, some money for you, honeys, including Tom. Tom, I think he just made a pass at you.
How you doing?
With a toxic femininity shirt too.
Yes.
Nice.
And we have another one from Culture Casino. Thank you. $2. Says thanks to Tom too.
Can't forget.
You're
Tom.
welcome.
Terminus EST 149 super, or yeah, it's super chat. So this is another unicorn, Doomacorn. So
I'll just do the Doomacorns.
I'll get Sam McCabe then. Sam McCabe, thank you so much. Australian 30. You're all amazing. Objective fact. And so we have the koala with the heart and boop.
Koalas in the rain. No fucks given.
Is that a real song?
Yes, it's a real thing.
Yeah, go on it. I gotta check that out because that's hysterical.
She's like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
I'm like, if it's not a real song, it needed to be. Oh my gosh. I think it's me, right? So the BS is real. Thank you for $5. Gina was smart. Going back and forth with those weirdos would be futile. Never give in to the hate mob. You are absolutely right. Never give in.
Never give up. Never surrender.
Yes.
We need that. We need that clip.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's see. From Francis von Flibbertigibbet.
I like that one. Funny.
Flibbertigibbet. Francis von Flibbertigibbet. He sends another Doomacorn. Thank you so much, Francis von Flibbertigibbet.
That's awesome. All right, Anonymous Coward 3000 with a $30 super chat. Well said, everyone. Well, thank you so much. That's why we're here.
Ooh. And I'm honored I get to read this one. Tanya Bethea for $5. No better end to a great birthday than watching you ladies speak the truth. Y'all are the highlight of my week. Thank you and happy birthday again.
And Lady T, we'll read this one more time here. She says, I want to thank the ladies in the chat for the shout outs. Up to 87 subs because of you beautiful people. Much love. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. You're wonderful. Well, we love you. We love you so much, Miss T. You are awesome, Josh. Hey, Geek Blend. And do you want to get the Willie Woodward one?
Yeah, Willie Woodward for $1. And thank you so much for the $1 super chat. We appreciate you being here as well. Thank you.
I like to think of it when they send a super chat and they don't say anything, they just send money. I like to think they're just doing this.
I can let him think that he put $1 in my G-string.
It's the intense gaze. Remember the intense
staring
gaze.
at you uncomfortably.
Gaze. Aggressive gaze, right?
There we go. Aggressive. There we go.
I wish I had a dollar bill on me right now or something. You're just sitting there staring at you like.
Here you go.
Just see people.
Oh my God.
Thank you, Willie. We appreciate you. All right. Well, we're going to probably kick it on over. Lorena, you got something for us.
Oh yes.
Yes, do I. Good Lord. This one. Oh my goodness, this one. What can I say to before I go into the article, let me say this. Zoe Saldana is Afro-Latino. I am Afro-Latino. Zoe Saldana was born in the United States, therefore American. I was born in the United States and therefore American. Zoe Saldana's parents are from the Dominican Republic, Haiti, and Puerto Rico. I also have ancestry from Haiti, the Dominican Republic, and Puerto Rico. What is the difference? The difference is my ancestors from those countries came to the United States over 250 years ago. Her parents only arrived within the past 50 years. Keep that in mind as I go through and I read this article here for you guys so you can get the full context of the crazy. Guardians of the Galaxy, Zoe Saldana apologizes for not being Black enough to portray Nina Simone in 2016 biopic.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
Exactly.
Yep.
Am I missing something? They both look Black to me. I mean,
Let's give them the context here.
Yes, we'll read some more. 4 years after facing a massive wave of backlash, Guardians of the Galaxy alum Zoe Saldana has addressed the controversy surrounding her casting as Nina Simone in the 2016 biopic Nina. When the film first released in 2016, Saldana was faced with a fierce backlash from critical race theorist critics, not these freaking people, with many activists stating that the Afro-Latina actress was not Black enough to portray the late singer. Yeah.
Okay, so to give it the full context, though, talk about the whole skin darkening thing or whatever. Let's give them their whole context here, right?
The whole thing, yeah. So they go into this a little bit deeper. The fact that some critics, including CNN entertainment writer Lisa Respers France, accused Saldana of engaging in blackface due to the darkening of her skin undertaken to accurately portray Simone in the film. Okay, let me say this too. There are a bunch of models that are Black that for certain photo shoots, they will either get airbrushed or they will use self-tanner to make themselves look darker. It happens. If you've ever watched that one episode of America's Top Model with crazy ass Tyra Banks, okay, there was one segment where she wanted one of the girls to wear darker makeup so that she could get photographed as Grace Jones.
And that's the thing, is that people are so stupid. So now are they going to get into like the bodybuilding industry where Black men and women who are, bikini bodybuilders or, figure bodybuilders or whatever, they still have to be spray tanned, even though they're Black, even though they have the midichlorians.
And you're
just
absolutely
the stage, and it's all about
I told
stage
you
light.
they were midichlorians. Y'all lied and said I was wrong.
They have to use that because of stage lighting to enhance the body, see the figure, see the muscle tone, see everything with the body, because the light washes skin tone. No matter what skin tone you have, it washes it out.
I don't think this is any different than de-aging or any other method taken to make an actor more physically appear a role, right? Yeah. And look, we're not talking about blackface here. We're talking about a woman who is Black.
Yes. who is Black.
I'm glad Arcane Flash brought this up too, if you want to hit that one too, Lorena, while you're...
Let's see. Midnight says, does this mean by her logic, Zoe could not have played Uhura since Uhura was from Nairobi? Yeah, that's exactly what exactly what it means. But there's something deeper to this. And I'll finish reading through the article and I'll let you know what that is. So Saldana's casting even resulted in direct aggression being leveled against her from the official Twitter handle of the late singer's estate, who demanded Saldana take Nina's name out of your mouth for the rest of your life. And you can see this tweet here from the estate. Now, when I saw this tweet, that's when it really hit me that what this is really about. And what it is about is the caste system in this country when it comes to Black people. And I'll get back to that in a minute. Simone's estate described the casting as painful, gut-wrenching, heartbreaking, nauseating, and soul-crushing. It shall pass, but for now, which I just don't get how they can say something like that. So on August 4th, Saldana sat down with Stephen Canals, the creator and executive producer of the Netflix drama Pose, to chat Afro-Latinidad and colorism. In the interview, Saldana states that she believes she should have never played Nina.
Yeah, because the movie flopped.
I understand from that point.
Way to interject that one, Tom.
I was waiting for it.
The peanut gallery came and interjected something.
At the opportune times, as peanut.
Yeah.
So she continues with this. She continues, should have done everything in my power with the leverage I had 10 years ago. I should have tried everything in my power to cast a Black woman to play an exceptional Black woman. But you're a Black woman. But you're a Black woman. It's like apologizing for nothing. And it just sounds so freaking ludicrous. So Saldana then expresses how she felt during the entire casting process was painful. I don't get that. And reasons that she had undertaken the role of Simone, because I thought back then I had the permission because I was a Black woman, because you are a Black woman.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, stop and think for a minute. How many of these biopics have race characters that would normally be a different race because they were in real life a different race whitewashed? What I don't see what this is taking it to the extreme. It's ridiculous.
This is the world we live in. This is how far it's gotten.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. How far into the insanity we have plummeted, right? Yeah, she thought she had permission. Here's the thing, Zoe. You do. You bent the knee. You bent the knee to these psychos. What exactly? Why shouldn't you? Because one of your parents isn't Black? Is that what about the other? What about the other side? You're a Black woman.
Both sides are.
When we get to a place where you have to exactly be the thing you portray on screen, so much so that if you deviate from it even a little bit, you apologize. Mm-hmm. When did we get that far?
It's crazy, but there's something even more sinister. That's maybe sinister isn't the right word, but underlying all of this. She goes on to praise the late singer, observing that Simone had a life and a journey that should have been honored to the most specific detail because she was specifically detailed individual about her voice, her opinion, her views, her art, and she was so honest she deserved better. Why? It's like
I said this a while back when The Little Mermaid. Remember when we heard about The Little Mermaid and they were casting it as a Black girl, blah, blah, blah. A lot of people got upset over that. I myself had a different stance. And it was this. If the girl that they cast for The Little Mermaid is the best person for the role, I'm good with it. And here's why. Because I don't give a shit what color your skin is. I don't give a shit who your parents were. If you're the best person for the role, you should be the one who takes it on. Now, I haven't seen the movie, so I can't say that Zoe Saldana was the best person for the role. What I can say is that I believe they believed it because she used to defend it. This is a new stance from Zoe here, guys. She defended her ability to stay in this role for years. Okay? It's only now, with the current climate, that she feels compelled to come out and apologize for her lack of Blackness, for her lack of midichlorians. That's now. What happened, Zoe? There's nothing in what you've said that indicates that you were unacceptable for this role, other than my skin's not Black enough. That's disgusting. That's actually nauseating to me.
it's extremely nauseating because what this is about, it isn't about her not being Black enough. It's about her not being Black American enough. Now, when I say that, what I mean is in Black America, there's certain kind of stratifications with respect to ancestry. You have Black people who were never slaves. I have some of those ancestors. You have some that were slaves and through whatever process managed to purchase their freedom or they were manumitted. There's that. Then you have the ones who were slaves up until the end of the Civil War. So you have those three. In the eyes of Black America, because Zoe was born of immigrant parents, she is not considered to be worthy in that spectrum of Black American. And the reason why I say that, I'm going to flip over this other one really quick. Who remembers the movie called Harriet?
I know of it. I never actually got to see that. I need to do that.
I wanted to see it, but the biggest controversy about the movie Harriet was that Harriet was being portrayed by a Nigerian British actress, not a Black American actress. So this is nothing new here. This is nothing new here. You have people in Hollywood, you have people in Black Hollywood, to be specific, who don't like it that they have to compete with talent that doesn't have, I would say, the ancestry of being Black American, being descendants, African descendants of slaves. They don't have that. The biggest kerfuffle that's out there, because this has been happening for a while, beef between Black American actors and Nigerian British actors taking American roles. Look at that beef has been going. Yes,
this must be met from now on. Henceforth, no one who plays Santa Claus is allowed to be anything less than like 500 years old. Like, I feel very strongly about this, and not where what was it? Is Santa? Where's Santa from? Dutch or trying to remember? Saint Nicholas. Where the fuck is Saint Nicholas?
North Pole, but
yeah, you gotta be from the North Pole, and on top of that, unless you have at least 3 elf friends, you are not allowed to depict this character because you are not deeply immersed enough in the culture.
No.
Elves. Let's see. Where does
you got any goddamn feelings about that?
Hold on, I'm about to Google this. Nicholas come from. Okay, so hold on. So Patara, so it's like Turkey. So unless you're a Turk, you are not allowed to portray. Sorry, I'm hoping that's not a bad thing to say. I have no idea. Unless you're from Turkey, you're not allowed to play Santa Claus. Period. Okay, and you have to have elf friends, and you need to be at least 500 years old or more. I don't even know how old this Saint Nicholas is.
But I'll address this from Terminus for $5. Thank you. Obama was only half Black with a father from Kenya. I call him African. Yet lots of Black people celebrated his rise to the presidency. Yes, and you want to know why? Because he was married to Michelle Obama, who was considered to be a descendant of slaves. That's how he got around that. But you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
It's not who you know, it's who you bone.
Yeah.
And that is the past that he had. Google it.
I don't understand why attacking this woman's Blackness is the route that we're taking. Why are we? Because she's been forced to apologize for not being Black enough to play this role. That's what we're looking at here. This woman has had to apologize for this. She feels like she must do that. That's where we sit. And I'm sorry, but what must that do to her internally? Like, how must that make her feel inadequate, as though there's something wrong with her now?
It is, I want to say it's horrible, and it's double discrimination, because not only is it that, Black Americans are saying she's not Black enough, you also have discrimination against Afro-Latinos in Latin America, and you don't hear very much about this. It's like, if you don't believe that, go look at Univision, go look at Telemundo. It seems that the only Afro-Latinos that you see are the ones when the crime segment shows up. So it's like a double slap in the face, the way that I see it. And as far as I'm concerned, she's just as American as I am, just as Black as I am. So why the heck is she being forced to apologize when she has absolutely nothing to apologize for? And I really lose respect for her for going along with that and going and all in tears, I want to apologize. No, you had nothing to apologize. She got the part of a freaking lifetime.
Yeah.
With portraying Nina Simone, and whatever she had to do to look like her, it's nothing different that when other actresses and actors have to dye their hair and do whatever.
Yep.
Maybe even change their accent.
Actresses go on severe weight journeys in order to fit certain roles, right? Like, do you guys remember? Oh, what's her face? The one who played in, I think it was Monster. She's a bombshell.
Charlize Theron.
Yes.
Do you remember when she gained a crap ton of weight to be in that movie, and she completely transformed? Like, she was ugly in that movie, but she's a bombshell. The woman is gorgeous, right? And they uglied her up hard.
I was going to say, to be fair, a lot of that was me.
Okay, so was a lot of the shit on Zoe.
I didn't know who she was. I didn't even recognize her.
Yeah.
I don't think it matters how you get to this place, right, where this is the on-screen depiction. She's imbibing a role, not representing herself. There's a difference.
Exactly.
And so I'm like, look, I'm not saying that people should dress up in blackface, but she's a Black woman.
Yeah.
She's already got the midichlorians, she needs to dial it up a little bit or whatever, but why is that such an issue? I don't get it.
It's like we went from racism, not conquer, but get over, take care of all the injustices about racism with Black people from the past so that everybody can live in a better life here. And now they're doing it to themselves. They're being racist or prejudiced to themselves on who was Black enough or who was light enough or whatever. And so now you're seeing this reverseness, and that they learned from their the oppressors how to act.
You've heard the term internalized misogyny, where they accuse women of internalizing hatred for their own gender because men have oppressed them to feel that way about themselves. And I'm sorry, but I'm sitting here looking at this and I'm thinking, that's literally what you're doing to this poor woman right now.
That's it. And there's been, and it's like, and to be completely fair, colorism is something that's been going on in the Black community for a long time, ever since Black people were brought to this country. And it's gone in extremes. Before, it was the spectrum where the lighter you were, the better. You had people after the Civil War passing as white, and some of them actually being killed when people found out that they weren't actually white, that they were Black. Now you have this pendulum swinging the other way.
I saw a movie on that called Belle.
Yes, that's exactly it. That's exactly because on my live stream last night, I showed a picture of my great grandmother, Frances. She looks like a Laura. And one of the issues that she had growing up, because it turns out her father was white, but she kept saying that her father was Seminole because it was more socially acceptable for her to say that her father was Native instead of revealing that he was white. And she would hear things when white people were around and mistook her for a white woman. And they would say some of the worst things to her. This is a Jim Crow South, about her children and her grandchildren, because her grandchildren was much darker. So a lot of that gets internalized. So now you have this swing the other way where they're excoriating people for, oh, you're not Black enough to play this role. Well, nobody's a gatekeeper to Blackness.
Yeah, that's the bizarre and disgusting part about it, is it is gatekeeping, and it is essentially taking someone and making them feel as though what they were born as, this incidental thing that has nothing to do with any choice they ever made throughout the history of their life, is somehow any factor, any bearing on who they are as a human being, on their worth or value or ability to portray a role, right? This has nothing to do with anything. You judge people for their actions. I have a dream was what was what Martin Luther King said. That's what he said. He said, I have a dream where you will judge people on the content of their character and not the color of their skin. What the hell are you people doing right now? What are you doing?
I have a serious question about gatekeeping. Okay. If there was gatekeeping in the gay community, would it be called gay-keeping?
Yeah. There is a bit of, and look, I'm not going to speak too much on that, but there is a bit of gatekeeping in the gay community. You know who gets a lot of shit? Bisexuals. We get a lot of shit all the time.
That is true, because Ruby Rose was not gay enough.
We're not gay enough.
Yeah.
And it's a really rough thing to try to, because it has nothing to do with who I am in terms of how I conduct myself or whatever. It's just an incidental. It happens to be. I didn't choose to be bi, but you do make me feel as though in order to be a part of the LGBTQ community, in order to get to fall under that flag and fly under that banner, to be a part of a community that I was told I was a part of, I should probably just go ahead and choose to be full straight gay, like, or full straight or full gay, right? Pick one. And it's kind of fucking annoying because it's this really frustrating situation where you find yourself where, like, I didn't choose this. I didn't pick this. This has nothing to do with anything. So why the hell is it inadequate? Why isn't it adequate? Do you want me to just like solely bang chicks from now on? Will that make it better? What do you want? What do you want? Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, it's just the whole article. She's just talking about pretty much how she's again being so repentant about taking this role and that she never should have taken it. And it's just ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. But it's interesting. In addition to Zoe, and I forgot about this. This isn't the first time a Black actor or actress has come under fire for not being Black enough to take a role. Back in March of 2019. Critics claimed that superstar Will Smith wasn't Black enough to play the father of tennis greats Serena and Venus Williams. I do remember that too.
Why?
It was another WTF moment.
Why? Will Smith is Black.
But you have these people out here, it's like they can't wrap it. Again, there's no gatekeeper.
Maybe we should all start carrying around those little, like, you know, those little paint slips that, like, they have the shades of the different colors. Like, if you put this much of the concentrate into the paint can, it'll come out this color, and it, like, shows you the different shit. Maybe we should carry those around, right? And just start holding them up to people when we're casting to make sure that they're only, you know, they're no more than 2 shades darker because we want them to match the other fucking wall, right? Is that what we need to do? Is that how this should just go down from now on? Let's just walk around with little strips of color coding so that we can stick everybody in the proper corner. How about that? Does that work?
It's just ridiculous. It's like, let the best person for the job do the job. That's what
I understand how she feels. I took a role once and I got accused of stealing, and it'll never happen again.
Took a role?
Yeah, like a sweet roll.
Oh my god!
I think the person who just had freaking I took an arrow to the knee. Sweet roll. Shit. Freaking. You guys know what I mean in the chat. It's a game. It's a video game.
I don't believe you.
I took an arrow to the knee once. I used to be an adventurer before I took an arrow to the knee. You guys know what I'm talking about in the chat. I know the name of the game. Skyrim! Yeah! Skyrim! That's you know it.
But that's pretty much what all of this is about. It's just absolutely ridiculous. No one should be gatekeeping, and she has zero to apologize, and she shouldn't apologize at all. She should have told these people to kiss her entire ass.
Her entire ass.
There you go. The entire ass.
Entire ass.
And you know what, Lorena? This goes even in the Native community. It's like we ourselves have a card that is a pedigree of how much Native blood we are, according to our enrollment and stuff like that. And that same type of gatekeeping of like, you're not Indian enough according to your blood quantum, so you don't get this special treatment or you don't get that special treatment. It's the same damn thing.
Midichlorians.
Yeah, so it's the same thing, and we don't get casted as much in movies and stuff, but so we don't have that going on just yet. But just going on in general in our own population, our own tribes and stuff, you see that a lot.
Oh, I didn't know that. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, do we want to start wrapping this up and get to super chats and
yeah,
towards our final topic for the night? Tom? Yeah, but here's
yeah, that's fine.
Wow.
You don't have to ask my permission.
Well, we're trying to.
God, I did not know.
We don't want to be gatekeepers, Tom, or exclusionary just because you have a
It's a joke, I think.
I think it is. Is it all right with you guys?
I don't know anymore.
My nose is dripping. All right, McKinney90 for $2 says, "Here you go, Tom. $2 in your G-string."
Oh, nice.
Nope. Nope. Nope.
No, oh, that's funny.
Hey, Laura. Laura?
All right, I heard you. All right, so Matthew Sturgis at $24.99. Thank you so much. Ladies, thanks for being awesome. I want a showdown. Mary, Yoda backpack atop Gina versus Brie and Joaquin. The outcome, Gina slaps soft cheese into the submission while Mary savages Joaquin with an epic move.
Moo!
Oh
my god!
Wow.
Chevy Blaze for $2. Hamilton has people of color. Ew, that term makes me cringe. I'm sorry. Playing white people. Is that okay? You know what? I saw Hamilton 3 times. I reviewed it, and I have a review of Hamilton up on my channel. Personally, I really didn't care about the casting. It's art. You know, if he wanted to cast people of color as white people, he could go ahead and do it. Mm-hmm. I didn't really care about that part because it's art. It's not history. Now, if there was something that said, you know, if you're not a quote unquote person of color, you can't have this role, that's freaking discrimination. And I hope he got sued into the Stone Age if that ever happened. But that's how art is. Art, it's like however the heck you want to determine it to be. And art isn't there to teach history. If anything, Hamilton was a great launching pad to get someone interested in history, because I could pick the historical inaccuracies of Hamilton apart from stem to stern, including the fact that they didn't even mention anything about black slavery in there, but that's neither here nor there. But
here's my review.
This house is a fucking prison on planet bullshit. In the galaxy of this sucks camel dicks.
I'm kidding. I've never fucking seen it.
Right. Thank God.
Yes. Oh yeah. All right. We got Terminus for $5. He says Obama was only half black with a father from Kenya. Lots of people celebrated his rise to the presidency. We did discuss that earlier, but I do tend to agree with Lorena that had the sort of optics of his family lended credibility. Not that I think that there was a time where we would have just said, oh yeah, okay, he's a black president. Looks like black guy to me. Looks like a black guy to me. Black president, you know, like, and most people would have been fine with that. But in, you know, current year, you know, even while he was president, you know, they probably would have picked it apart more had it not been for the optics of his family.
Yeah.
And certainly in current year, I think they still might. Like, I'm not sure how far away we are from them picking apart Obama's blackness as a president.
They're not. He's a sacred cow. It is truly hypocrisy of the highest degree. That's why I never say Obama's black. I say he's African.
African.
Yes.
Okay.
African American president.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Oh, Lord. Okay, so we have Matt G, $5 super chat. Thank you so much. Painful, gut-wrenching, heartbreaking, nauseating, soul-crushing. Any given trip to a Waffle House.
That's some bullshit. That's bullshit. And I will stand against you on that, Matt G. You can go sit and spin because I love.
Boy, that escalated quickly.
I love
The Waffle House is glorious, and I'm gonna stop there pretty soon.
I'm just sitting over here like, go fuck yourself. We love you, Matt.
Oh my god. So we have another one from Matt G, $2. Drunk 3PO is canceled. He's not a real drunk robot. Well, I guess that's the joke, right?
Yeah. I'm not doing it. I'm not canceling it. Mary the mermaid. Yeah, we just got the sides switched. Got the bottom half is people, the top half is fish. Oh, mermaid!
I just see people.
Oh, Lord.
Willie Woodward for $5 says Mary dragged out that joke like it was taffy. Also $1 to put in Tom's cheek. Why, Willie? Why do you keep doing this to us? Okay, I know I dragged the Santa joke out a little bit, but I needed to double check my facts, all right? I didn't know where Santa was from. Right? You want real facts on this show, or you want me to just blow shit out my ass? Because I can do
Cover
it.
your blowhole, basically. Okay, so we have Dread Pirate Mikey at $2 super chat. No Guardians 3. Zoe is not actually green.
Oh, I know. She's not an alien, guys.
She's not an alien. Okay, then that means I'm gonna have to throw out my 2 Gamora Funko Pops now. That
girl.
F that.
Yeah, cancel it.
She's not green. You can't have
Not
it.
green. Dang it.
Hashtag not all greens.
Green lives matter. She's not real green.
She's not real green. She's not an authentic green.
Hashtag not my Gamora.
Oh my god.
Oh, damn.
Oh, okay. Well, Peter Parker for $5. Thank you. Have a Red Bull, Zoe. It gives you balls.
Oh my god. Hair on your chest.
Hair on there.
All right, Gene the Machine for $5 says, identity politics is just like the midichlorians. Nothing but crude matter. Oh, I like that, actually.
Okay.
But midichlorians are not actually just crude matter. That's the flesh. Midichlorians are, according to canon, they are the sort of organisms that live alongside in your bloodstream that convey the knowledge of the Force to you. So they're not really crude matter in that sense. But I get what you're saying. I get what your point is, though. So. Sorry. I just had to be like, actually.
Put on her red toy. She put on her tinfoil hat, and she's like, "Okay, let me talk here."
I'm waiting for everybody in the chat to be like, nerd. Sorry.
All right, Bikini 90 at $10 super chat. Nobody has the right to determine whether if you are black enough for anything. This whole black identity is what I've never felt comfortable aligning myself with, and that's true.
Yeah.
Absolutely, McKinney.
I got
Absolutely.
a suggestion for you people. Be like McKinney and you do you, honey boo. Be yourself and don't worry about any of those incidentals that you have no control over anyway. No,
sad.
I like McKinney. He's awesome.
He's awesome. He's awesome. So Arthur P for $5. I know it's not much, but I love hot ladies. Stay awesome. Oh, well, thank you, Arthur P.
Whoop, whoop.
Thank you so much.
I'm not a hot lady. I'm a dolphin. So please don't misrace me. Species me. Please don't miss species.
Please don't misspecify her, okay?
Yes. Yes, that was speciest.
Don't be pissed.
Gek 812 for Australian $2 says, "Don't worry, just be whatever makes you comfortable." And I think that's probably the best advice anybody can ever take. It's just you do you, honey boo. You do you. And anybody who judges you, fuck them. Fuck that guy.
Did you guys skip Willie's $2 super chat?
We did.
Oh, I'm sorry, I did, didn't I? That's my fault. Do you want to grab that, Alora?
Yes, I will. So Willie Woodward, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. This is for you ladies. No Tom.
Aww. Poor Tom.
So we see Sevy Blaze for $2. Double standards for Hamilton, I see. I don't know if I would call it a double standard. I would just call it, artistic license. I mean, if somebody wanted to cast,
I mean, she made the point that if it was a biopic, that's one thing, but
Hamilton's a musical. It's very clearly meant to be taken as art, right? And it's not meant to be taken as historically quote unquote accurate so much as just one person's.
I'm pretty sure that Tim Curry isn't a sweet transvestite from transsexual Transylvania either.
Oh yeah,
he's not.
Are you sure, man? Dang it! Oh, my
almost sure. I didn't say I was sure.
Okay. Don't be ruining my fantasies like that. Okay? Dick.
The ones are going to be on the screen. I didn't bother copying and pasting them since they're brand new.
Diego Flores with Flores Pen for $10 says, "Mary, you forgot to mention that Santa has to be a Turkish, speak Greek, be rich, be like 1,000 years old and Catholic." Now, that's a big role to fill. Wait, there was a pun there because Santa's fat. Ho, ho, ho. See? I got the pun. A big roll. See? They got to be fat too. You can't just stick a pillow in their stomach either.
But Santa isn't from the Christian faith either, the Catholic faith. He is from a pagan faith.
Well,
and then Terminus S I went to there, by the way.
St. Nicholas is, I think, what do you mean?
Okay, let's see. Terminus S for $5. Thank you. Mary, mooing also kind of suits you as a dolphin. You do know that female whales and dolphins are also called cows, right?
What did you just call me?
Oh, yeah. I'm done.
Excuse me? Fine. Fuck you guys.
All right. So Willie Woodward at $5. Facts, Mary. So you're saying you really have a dolphin head?
And if you say otherwise, I will in fact go after you for being an ist of some sort. Okay, I can be whatever I fucking want. I'm sure there's some kind of ism for discriminating against people who want to be dolphins, are dolphins in their heart. I was born this way. All right, we should probably move on to our final subject.
Yes. Okay, so you everybody, we already know that we should separate the actor from the character, that it's just the actor portraying the character, just like Mary Mayhem with her dolphin.
We literally I am the dolphin, Alora. Okay. The dolphin is me.
So, how many of you guys know about who Mark Anthony is? If you guys don't know, because this is a story that happened right before Gina got, the trolls coming in for her statements or her, what she has said and what she had posted. Well, this happened right before hers. And Mark Anthony basically is a man who worked for ILM for George Lucas when he had the company. He was supervisor. He worked in the art department behind there. He helped work on A New Hope, the special effects of the OT, and he also starred as Boba Fett for the special editions of the OT. So he is a very well respected man on Twitter. He is one of my first Lucasfilm followers that came to me, and he inspires me with the art he does. Never has any political or anything coming up that is bad or that is negative. And so he basically posted a picture on his Twitter about, glad that he was casted as Boba Fett rather than Jar Jar Binks. Again, the thing here is that we have to, people have to learn how to separate the character from the actor. And that's what he was doing. So let's get into this a little bit more, because again, this wasn't really in the forefront because he's not well known, I guess.
And we kind of touched on this sort of same general discussion just a second ago with you have to separate the character from the actor. They do not need to be, they're not the same thing, guys. They really are not the same thing. And so you have to be able to make that differentiation. Yeah.
And I watched this go down when it started happening, just when it started happening. And I've seen this flood of trolls, these cancel culture people coming in, swiping in and telling him that he's making fun of Best, Ahmad Best, rather than the character. But let's get into the story some more here. So SJWs drive Mark Anthony Austin off of Twitter. So this is by Ichibaka, that Disney Star Wars is done. Mark Anthony Austin played Boba Fett in the special editions of Star Wars A New Hope. He was also an animation supervisor for ILM, and he comes from George Lucas's era, and he is very respectful, and you could tell he's from that era. So this is his profile here. So you guys go ahead and go follow him. He's actor Boba Fett in Star Wars, very proud of that, as you can tell in his image here. And he also is a diamond in the rough. He shares a lot of things that has happened while he was with George Lucas and producing, A New Hope and all that. So go follow him. On July 30th, again, so this is right before Gina went through her stuff, he posted the following Twitter. So here it is. So glad I got cast as, hashtag Boba Fett and not some other character. So when I seen this, before I seen the backlash, when I seen this, I totally knew what he was meaning. Jar Jar Binks is not my favorite either. So I knew exactly, who he was talking about.
He literally said character, right? He wasn't slamming on Best here. He was literally talking about the character of Jar Jar Binks. So I think that's important to keep in mind moving forward.
Exactly. So keep that in mind. He's critical of the character, as many have been, but says nothing whatsoever about the actor Ahmad Best. But that doesn't matter in 2020 when political madness reigns supreme. During the prequel days, the media extricated Ahmad Best and his character according to Ahmad Best's own words. So basically, we already knew what happened. It was the media that, created a lot of trouble for Ahmad Best and led him into this dark hole of suicidal tendencies. It was never the fan, and he never said it was the fans. But the SJW narrative says it was the fans who attacked Ahmad, even though the evidence and his own words clearly demonstrated to the contrary. The media attacked the Jar Jar character for being a racist stereotype, and character George Lucas for being racist. So basically, they called George Lucas a racist for him.
Yeah, and the fans at the time, we weren't even it wasn't even about the quote unquote racism stereotype for us. We were all just that character's fucking stupid. I
know. I was telling people, I'm like, where the heck? And I remember seeing this in media, saying that Jar Jar Binks was a racist character. I'm like, where the heck are you getting that from?
Yeah.
Period. I don't understand that.
They were saying the Gungans were the Gungans are supposed to be stereotypes of Rastafarian.
Yeah,
but that's not, Rastafarians aren't race.
I know, right? It's an ideology, right? It's just like a culture. It's
exactly. It's an ideology. So Rastafarians are Jamaican, but not all Jamaicans are Rastafarian. And even so, how many people have copped the Jamaican accent in film just to do it when it was funny, and no one mentioned anything about it?
That's just it, though. It didn't even have Jar Jar didn't even have that accent.
No.
Right?
You can tell kind of from the speech pattern, I could see how they would do that, but you could say the same thing also about Creole dialects as well. So I just thought it was, again, another case where I know, and correct me if I'm wrong, Alora, I know that George Lucas took a lot of foreign languages, especially African languages, and kind of remixed them to come up with different languages for all of these new species, which I thought was pretty freaking cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Too.
Well, and it was a reach to call it racist then, and it's certainly a reach to say that the fans are the ones that put him in that position in the first place, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it was, for the fans, at least on our part, it was always about, the character's stupid and not funny, and there's oops, not that fucking funny, guys. Calm down, right?
Like, calm your tits.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the thing is with this is like, I get Jar Jar's characterization, and I get what he led up to and how he helped put Palpatine into control. However, he was a slapstick character that was not well perceived by the fan base. However, it was the media of the time that attacked the prequels. It wasn't the fans. It was the media at the time that attacked some characters. It wasn't the fans.
That's not totally true, but we didn't like the movie.
Well,
you can speak for yourself, mister. I love the movie.
The point being,
but how old are you?
We didn't attack Jar Jar. We didn't attack Jar Jar Binks as being a racist character, or as it being some sham or whatever. We didn't like
that part's true. I'm talking about the other part. I was gonna say there was a lot of fans who did not like these movies, and so that's all I was gonna say.
There's a big difference between the discussion among fans and the stuff that turned Best suicidal, right? And that's what this whole thing centers around here is Best's sort of depression and the slope that he fell down here is what she's getting into.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. So basically, he basically says this is now, and we're going now. The distinction between actor and character has been totally lost among the uneducated SJW ignorati. It's now no longer acceptable to criticize or mock characters that the collective deems is played by a marginalized actor. So here we go again. So you can't, if you're not black enough, you can't play the black character. However, they'll defend a marginalized character. So they can't, it's like they want their cake and eat it too. And this is just a huge jumble of nonsense here.
Well, and that's the crazy part is that like this conflation here between Ahmed Best and the character that he played was not something that the fans ever did, right? And it's something that these people are now determined to do. They're absolutely determined to saddle Ahmed with this character that is not him. He isn't Jar Jar Binks, right? And so to conflate making a criticism of a character that nobody fucking likes with somehow criticizing Best or wishing ill upon Best is the problem here. That's not what we've ever done, and it's certainly not what we're doing now. And to slap this man with this particular notion here is, well, it's fucking insane and it's ridiculous.
Yes.
To bully the guy off Twitter.
Yes. So let's go on. Because shortly after making this tweet about Jar Jar, SJWs would come out of the woodwork. Of course, they're like cockroaches crawling out, infesting, just very nasty. The case chase Austin down like the unthinking pod people they are. So here they are. And of course, we all know who this damn person is right here. Shitty Star Wars post. After everything Ahmed Best went through because of this role, this tweet is in very bad taste. Come on, dude. Ahmed was lucky to be casted as George's favorite character, and I'm glad he's back on Star Wars. And the thing is that, okay, Mark Austin was talking about the character, not the actor, the character. So this is what we're going to get into because people don't seem to comprehend this, just like they didn't seem to comprehend what Gina was talking about. So that is the evidence here. They don't want to do the research. They don't want to go behind it. And they just want to assume and attack, assume, attack, assume, attack.
Well, and the problem with that is that you're no longer able to no longer able to even lob genuine criticism in any way, shape, or form anymore, because everything that you say is conflated to something that's problematic. And so if we're all silenced, it really does fucking feel like 1984. No one is allowed to say even the most basic thing that we all agree on. Everybody agrees Jar Jar Binks sucks. Not Ahmed Best. Jar Jar Binks sucks. This is a basic bitch comment to make. And there was no malice behind it. But we can no longer even say the most obvious things anymore without someone conflating it to a message of hate, to a message of desire to see someone be harmed, right? And so it's this sort of consistent censorship that we're forced to place on ourselves to a point where we'll no longer be able to say the most obvious things like the sky is blue, the grass is green, cats are assholes. We can't do this stuff anymore.
Okay, and I own 2 cats, and yeah, I agree.
They are. They
really are. Even to each other.
They are. All right, so we have Heather here. Ahmad Best seems like a lovely human being, and the fact that he is still coming back and showing love to Star Wars fans after everything the fandom did. There we go. There we go. They don't even do their homework again. The fandom did not chase him out. It was basically media did to him is a testament to his character. Delete this. This is in very poor taste.
I don't think so. And look, I actually kind of pointed out to Lorena initially because I hadn't taken more than a second to look at it, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, it could be in poor taste. And she's like, no, Mary, look at it. Like, he didn't say Ahmed Best. He literally said Jar. He was talking about a character, and I was like, oh yeah, okay, I see. And like it takes more, but I think that that's something that is incumbent on us as people with a responsibility when we're running our fucking mouths, right? And when we start to attack someone, which is what happened to him here. He got bullied off of Twitter, right? It's incumbent on you to make sure that you look twice, that you make sure that before you go after somebody, you get your shit together and you know what you're fucking talking about before you try and literally harass someone to the point where they have to leave a platform for you, right? That is incumbent on us to be responsible and for all of this responsibility with our words that is demanded all of the time. They seem to have no clue what that really freaking means.
They don't have no responsibility for their words, no responsibility for their action, or even looking up and researching a damn thing.
Yeah, that's the bizarre part, is that they demand that we all be so responsible with our words without having any concept of what that is in the first place. You want him to mind his words, but you don't even know what he said. You are conflating one thing. It's like the difference between when someone says, oh, we want equality, but what they really mean is equity. They're not the same thing. They're not interchangeable. And I'm sorry, but Ahmed Best is not interchangeable with Jar Jar Binks. One is a real living, breathing human being who, by the way, hosts Jedi Temple Challenge, and he's awesome at it, by the way. And the other one steps in shit a lot and, comes from Naboo. They're not the same thing. They're just not the same thing.
So we have this tweet here, this person who shares Mark Anthony Austin's tweet here. And basically he says his words stand for themselves, as does his defense of them. Pretty sure this isn't the positive at Star Wars attitude we all want to see. And so we have Mark Anthony Austin here. It's not his role that made me want to rip my brain out. It was the character design, voice, and buffoonery that rubbed myself 99% of the 99% of the fans the wrong way. And then we go on. So we have Mara Jade Skywalker. Your profile literally praises domestic abuse. Sit down.
What?
So she goes back to Darth.
Out of her ass.
No, she's talking to Darth Squidius here, not Mark Anthony. So she's defending him. Or she's saying to this guy here.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, not Mark. She's defending him. Yeah, and then you're just going to regurgitate the same old take in order to deflect from the legitimate points. So we'll go on. So we have the Canon Cantina. Let me see if I can open this. Oh, no, it's probably not going to let me. So let's scroll down some more. So we have Charlie Ashby. Was belittling another actor's work for likes worth it? Maybe think before tweeting and apologize. So they're asking him to take the knee.
Yeah, well, not just asked, they demanded. They bullied him off.
Yeah, exactly. And we're getting to that right now. So worth a block. And then we go on. And like I said, I watched this all go down. You should have seen what everybody was saying. I retweeted. I basically stand with Mark in all of this. And I think you guys need to really do your homework and blah, blah, blah. But of course, they're not going to listen. So Mark Anthony attempted to reason with the barking SJW mob. Mark Anthony Austin. Nothing against the guy playing the character. Don't mix my words. It's the character I have issue with. Boom, right there. And they still went after him. Went after him.
that's the crazy part, is this whole being, and he left, and I think that's something to focus on. Mark left the platform because of this, right?
Yeah.
And never mind what he could have contributed to Star Wars conversations. Never mind what he could have brought to the table.
Sounds like something that normally happens any other time, like Kelly Marie Tran and all this other shit. But this time they actually did it. They drove him off.
Yeah,
and we're going to get to that.
Watch this get spun and put around on us later.
Yes, exactly. And so we have all, like I said, there is just all of them, like any other rhetoric, they're attacking him. My Twitter feed will be boring without your art. So this is someone that's appraising him, your art and posts. But I understand, can you continue to be you and don't worry about the Twitter bully. So this is when someone defending Mark, and then Imperial Minister, who figured defending Ahmad Best from insult is considered bullying. Well, I never would have guessed. Because they're saying they can't separate the character from the actor from the character. So they think that it's assaulting, it's bullying Ahmad Best, and they're using, he was harassed, he was suicidal, people harassed him, and now look at you, you're attacking him. So basically they're defending Ahmad Best, saying, oh yeah, he was harassed by harassing Mark.
Yeah, and that's the crazy part, is that this has nothing to do. Like we've said that, we pointed it out. But I do love what this guy Moon says here. He says literally all he said was that he was glad he didn't have to play Jar Jar. For what? You're not defending Ahmed from anything. You're defending a fictional character by attacking the actor. Kind of sounds like what happened to Ahmed.
Exactly. Boom, hit it on the head right there. So let's scroll down a little bit more here and get to get to Mark right here. So basically, he says, do you know what Twitter done? And then everybody who said, went down there who was talking to him were like, good, bye, blah, blah, blah. They were like talking trash again. And then and he deleted all of this, officially taking a break as you wish. So he left. And that literally broke my heart, because like I said, he was very inspirational. He shared behind the scenes production stuff that happened with A New Hope and other things when the OT was coming out. That's how OG he is.
Yeah, that's the crazy part. And I wonder what, and I'm hoping that there's nothing going on in his life. I'm hoping that but you don't know the context of the life that this man is living right now. And you don't know what will or won't put someone over the edge when they did nothing wrong, especially in this situation here, right? He did nothing wrong, but you're attacking him and you forced him off this platform. You better hope and pray that he's not in a situation like Ahmed Best was at that time. You better hope and pray that this kind of garbage that you spewed at him doesn't wind up sticking him in a place like that, because you have to live with that on your conscience later. You have to deal with the fact that you treated this person who did nothing wrong as though they deserved to be absolutely slammed, and as though they should be pushed off of the platform. And I know who was it that I sent? Was it you? I sent the article to that we got called the toxic fandom or whatever.
I'm pulling that up right now. So yes, I'm pulling that up. So let's get into this, because we are blamed as a fan, a collective, I guess you can say. We are blamed for everything, and that we go and attack people by these very people that were attacking Mark and attacking Gina, and attacking even Zoe. So let's get into this article right here, because you have a great point. And so basically this is another take, and this article is defending Ahmad Best, or what had happened, even though it wasn't about Ahmad Best. So while fans may have loved to hate Jar Jar Binks back when the prequels came out, there has been a newfound appreciation for the actor Ahmad Best and Jar Jar in general.
Not for Jar Jar. No, let's clarify that. You fucking idiots who have no fucking clue what you're talking about.
Jar Jar.
You have appreciation for Ahmad Best.
Exactly.
Not Jar Jar. Jar Jar still fucking sucks.
Exactly.
Yes.
And so he goes on to say, who didn't get that memo though? Boba Fett actor Mark Anthony Austin. That's bullshit. You did not do your research. Okay, Austin had posted this BTS photo of Ahmad, so behind the scenes photo of Ahmad Best and Jar Jar. Yes, it's behind the scenes. You're not going to see his whole costume on him because it's CGI. He was still in costume. He was still talking about the character, and trashing the actor. No, he did not. What Austin didn't expect, though, was the backlash of fans who got angry at him for trying to make Best look bad. I know, right? Probably didn't take into account that this same kind of negative reaction to Jar Jar was the reason that Best had contemplated suicide at one point. Austin's comment sections were riddled with posts like this. And so again, the same old post that basically I shared through Ichibaka's article as well. So, we already went through that shitty Star Wars take asshole. So here we go. We'll try this one right here. Wow. Oh, wow. You played a character that had what? 3 lines of dialogue and what? 15 minutes of screen time? Cool beans, dude. Jar Jar was in 3 movies and fought in a war. So what you gonna do, bucko? So
yeah. And this is the same type of bullying, right? This isn't the same type of bullying. This is much worse. This isn't media coming at you. These are people assaulting you, like assaulting your own contribution. And they diminished his contribution drastically here because clearly you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, right? So they minimized his contribution. They made him look like an asshole. They attacked him as a human being, right? Like at least when the stuff was going down with Jar Jar Binks, people were attacking the concept of what this character was, whether or not it was racially motivated or a problem and racist, right? And that wasn't necessarily an attack on Ahmed Best. No, you guys are actually attacking this guy here, and that's a problem.
And you know what? There's more than one Boba Fett actor. Really, there is. So Mark Anthony Austin is one of them. And the thing is that Boba Fett was in the the Christmas special. He was so well loved by even George himself, who had him come back in the novels. He was also brought back in the novels. He was so well loved by the fans. He came back and is a phenomenal predominant character in the original lore. So that's how much the fans loved the character Boba Fett versus the character Jar Jar Binks. So there's a huge difference again. And so they're saying, you're attacking this actor when really he was talking and criticizing the character, but yet they're going to attack the actor and the character he played. So it makes no sense whatsoever in their logic. And so we have, what the hell's wrong with you? This guy has experienced so much hate in the Star Wars community, and you feel the need to make it worse. Why? And then we have the BLM.
Enough said. Next.
I know, right? So we're going to come down to a little bit more of this controversy in this article. This is certainly a big talk coming from someone who only played Boba Fett a few seconds in the special editions of Star Wars: A New Hope. But basically, in reality, the fans loved him so much, he was brought back in the EU in some pivotal roles, okay? And his character, Boba Fett, gave us Jango Fett. It also gave us the Mandalorians, because that's where the Mandalorians came from, is the concept of Boba Fett. Think about that.
Which is kind of weird when you really think about it, because they weren't even Mandalorians.
You know that one tweet, though, about Jar Jar being in 3 movies and wars and all that junk? I don't even have a Boba fetish, and I'm not even that big a Boba fan. But if I was whispering in that dude's ear, I'd have been like, hey, Mark, just go on there and say, wait a minute, how many toys did Jar Jar sell? Oh, wait.
I know, right? That's a
dollar bin.
Because we know who's like the top seller besides Darth Vader for Star Wars toys. Do we not?
Yep, that's how well beloved he is. So when you even put him next to Best is probably the one who has had a more impactful career in Star Wars besides playing Jar Jar. Well, yes, he has. He was an actor in there, and then he now is casted in, in this new series, Jedi Temple Challenge, which is stated right here. But the thing is that Mark Anthony Austin, again, they didn't do his homework. He worked for George Lucas behind the scenes as an artist, helping create, A New Hope and, the special editions as well. That also says a lot. I'm not trying to do like tag score here, score there between the actors.
No, but let's not diminish their contribution either.
Exactly. Yeah. But the thing is like, do your homework, because they both had a significant role. It's the characters that played that the fans liked or disliked, and that's all there is to that. let me see here. Did I skip something here? No. Okay. So needless to say, Austin is likely going to take a break from Twitter for now and is going to be extra careful when he comes to engage in the fandom again. He didn't even state that. He didn't state that. So let's get down here. This is where it's probably going to piss off a lot of people.
But I love that. And keep that in mind. He's going to be He's going to have to be extra careful when he engages the fandom again. But we're not like that toxic Fandom Menace.
Yeah, and we're going to get to that right there. For now, Star Wars fans are taking a good look at toxicity in the fandom and are trying to add a little more positive. You guys have not added
Here's that word again, toxicity.
There's a hypocrisy going on here. Like I said, they're hypocrites. Of course, there are still some hate groups out there like the Fandom Menace.
Hey!
There you go.
Thank you.
I say we start a class action suit to fucking sue every one of these motherfuckers that fucking label us a hate group. I'm
getting really fucking sick and tired of it. And the irony of this, the absolute irony of this situation is that 2 seconds ago you were like, you got to be careful and tiptoe around fans because you should be thinking more about your words. But hey, we're just going to bully you off Twitter, unlike that hate group, the Fandom Menace. Are you stupid? Do you even know what you just wrote? Can you put 2 and 2 together, retard? Sorry, that's a bad word. My bad. No, but seriously. Like, do you have any idea what you just said? You better be careful and tiptoe around people or we will bully you off of Twitter. We will literally call your contribution to Star Wars minute. We will say that you don't matter. We will call you every terrible name in the book and we will shove you off this platform. But we're not a hate group like the Fandom Menace. Go fuck yourself.
Told you there's hypocrisy in this. There's huge hypocrisy right here. And they also reference saltier than Cray by identifying the problem is the first step to trying to fix the fandom. No, the fandom was harassing this group of people were harassing this person off instead of doing their fucking homework.
Wait. If something happens, if something goes down with this guy, God forbid, right? But if something happens and goes down with this guy, they'll blame toxic fandom and they'll somehow lump freaking Fandom Menace in that and never take a look at the other side that was literally slamming this guy for talking about a character.
Well, I want to get serious for a moment. And there is no punchline here. I am serious. Santa Claus brings up hate groups should be a badge of honor now. Means you're over the target and dangerous. I get what you're saying, and I do respect that. But here's the problem with this, and this is what we're seeing ever increasingly coming up, and we're coming up against, is as long as they can start lumping us into groups and labels, sooner or later they can change the rules and get rid of groups that are under said labels.
Yes.
That's the thing, is it stretches.
They labeled
exactly.
And then they shoved out freaking Anna, they shoved out Cecil, and they essentially deplatformed them because they're a hate group, guys. And it doesn't matter whether or not the label fits. It doesn't matter whether or not it works. And they will disingenuously, they will come in here and they will ascribe to us the things that they themselves did. Right? They will say, oh, they bullied people. Oh, they bullied poor Ahmed Best, even though it was the media that did that. While you're standing here and bullying this poor man. Oh, they bullied poor Kelly Marie Tran. While you're standing here and bullying Gina Carano. You freaking hypocrites. They will ascribe that to us. You watch and you wait. I want screenshots of this shit. I'm saving it. I'm keeping my fucking receipts because I'm waiting for the shit to come down and I'm waiting for you to attribute it while I'm going to hold on to this and I'd be like, no, you yourself said in this article it was a good thing that you were harassing this man off of the platform while calling us the hate group. Go sit and spin on a rusty, spiked, worthless piece of
and that's the
great Odin's Raven.
And that's the huge problem here is that even Mark Austin is, like I said, he's very genuine. He's very inspirational and stuff. He probably doesn't even know who the hell the Fandom Menace is. Okay. And so they're going after him and now he's officially Fandom Menace because now they're stating in this very statement here that that they have to get rid of the toxic hate group basically called the Fandom Menace. And so they canceled him. So now, welcome to Fandom Menace, Mark Anthony Austin. We are glad to have you a part. But if you notice anything, the majority of Fandom Menace it's not, well, the majority are Fandom Menace is not a cancel culture type group. We just are here passionate about addressing all the wrongdoings that are in our favorite pop culture, that break that break the lore, that break the mythos.
Yeah.
And even calling out the people that are coming in attacking. And that's what these very people did, is they came in and attacked. We didn't do it. In fact, if you look at the history, even with, Mark Anthony Austin deleted his tweet, and I do have some of the receipts, I got attacked for defending him. And then when you see like Gina's, when Data Racer, did a lot of receipts with that, and then she left everything up, you can see the majority of people who are labeled Fandom Menace, whether they are or not, were the ones that were standing up with these people against this hate.
I asked myself when I first started doing all of this stuff if I wanted to be a part of the Fandom Menace. I asked myself that because the truth was I've been watching channels like Jeremy and John Talks and World Class Bullshitters and I knew that I agreed with them on their stance on things, but I was worried because I had been hearing like the Fandom Menace label that these people were toxic and what was going on in the community, and the more I dove into it and got to make a decision for my damn self upon meeting people. And that's not to say that there aren't people who fly under the label of Fandom Menace that aren't asshats or whatever. I'm sure that they're out there. It's a hashtag, not a quote unquote like group.
Well, let me give you my real quick, if I can, Mary, my interpretation of what the Fandom Menace is, since I'm one of the original members. I don't see it as a label or even so much as a hashtag as an ideal. And that what that means is you can't really declare yourself Fandom Menace. And that's why we always joke about, like, Jeremy, when he'll say stuff like, people always ask me how I get my card and my this and that. And it's like, you're Fandom Menace if you're Fandom Menace. It's a state of mind. It's a state of being, because we don't agree on everything, right? That's the point. It's the fact that one thing that we do unite under is that we don't like the artists and the corporate America people telling us what we're supposed to like. That's what it is, and shoving their politics into all of our entertainment. So I don't even think you can really consider it a label. I think it's more of an idea.
It's an ideal.
And I think that the very fact that Tom and I disagree about it is one of the reasons why it's really hard to literally lump us into a quote unquote group like that, as it were. But when I decided that I wanted to fly that banner, that I wanted to say, yes, I'm Fandom Menace, I made that decision based off the fact that this is one of the most accepting group of people that I've ever seen in my life. And I use that term, group loosely. I do consider us a community, but we're a community of the most diversity I've ever seen in my life, and that's not just physically, that's mentally as well, ideologically speaking. And so it's one of those situations where we're not the devil here, but they're going to try to paint us that way. And I really feel like we need to keep these receipts, guys, because they're going to come back later, right? Keep your receipts. They are going to come back later, and they're going to say, oh, this is a result of these toxic fandoms. Well, no, you can sit and spin on that because we can prove otherwise. We have our receipts. That's one thing that the Fandom Menace is good at, is we keep our fucking receipts and we know what the hell we're talking about. We got some smart ass cookies up in this mug, y'all. And so keep your receipts and point out that hypocrisy whenever possible, because they are the thing they accuse us of being. And we only ever really claim to be just a few things, and that is we are components of we don't like cancel culture, and keep your politics out of our fucking entertainment. That's pretty much it.
Yeah. So this image I shared here basically is just right before this all went down for our Mark Anthony Austin. And again, like I said, he is a diamond in the rough here. If you go or follow him on Twitter, you will see a lot of stuff that he has posted from production with George Lucas and stuff in ILM. And this was my view of the Falcon in my shoot. Pretty weird, like deja vu when I saw it. Like I'd seen it before, only no ice and the docking bay 94 surrounding. Trippy. This is a sign I should paint my view, but McQuarrie style. Heart, 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 heart. So this is what he was. This is what he was all about. Just sharing the love of Star Wars. Even the new Star Wars. He didn't discriminate. He just shared the love of Star Wars because he got the opportunity to work for George Lucas. He got the opportunity to act as Boba Fett. He goes to conventions and he signs a lot of things. A lot of his paintings were of the even Mandalorian, but Boba Fett especially, and he would paint them and make copies and sign them to give out at conventions. That's the kind of person he is.
I'm just tripping off of the fact that he said Macquarie, because when The Empire Strikes Back came out and Return of the Jedi came out, one of the most precious things that I have are some of the art prints of Ralph McQuarrie's drawings of the set. And of course, this was, before you had like a media like CDs or like DVDs or VCRs. I would actually go back and look at those McQuarrie drawings, and they would just immediately take me back into the film. And that was like one of the most precious things that I had. So it's just cool having him mention McQuarrie here.
Yes.
And he said McQuarrie, and I was sitting here going, McClunky. Sorry.
Oh my God. So this is basically what happened right before Gina got attacked for her image here. And the sad thing is that he left because he's not the kind of person who's like he wants to be respectful towards the companies. He has to make the decisions for himself. And so he took the stance of leaving. And I wish he wouldn't have, but he did. And I can't explain why, other than that this impacted him in such a negative way. And then I also think that men right nowadays, because of the cancel culture just on male toxicity and the male in general in our society is being attacked, he just was, I guess he was just done. And I hope he comes back, because this, like I said, this is some of the gems that he shares with us.
Yeah, that's a shame. That's a real rotten shame. You have done that to yourself.
Yes.
That to your fucking selves. We do have a couple super chats we want to get to here before we start to wrap up, guys. I'll kick us off here with Arthur P for $2. He says, Mary would be cool to get drunk with. You can get drunk with me just about every single Saturday over on my channel on Shenanigans. I like vodka.
There you go.
Arthur, we appreciate it.
All right, so we have Roof Korean 92 at $2 super chat. Ben Burt used people speaking Swahili for Jawa. Swahili for Jawa.
I think he used some Japanese and some other dialects as well, Vietnamese and a few others.
Yeah, George was inspired, basically with the human race and adding different cultures in it to make the human race of Star Wars look unique. And even other species. So I mean, it was amazing.
Well, and part of the reason for that was he said he wanted it to sound like a non-English, so a lot of it's gibberish, even though it's just like, random words and stuff like that. But he also wanted to have a natural feeling, so it didn't feel like it was something you've never heard, or wouldn't feel like, because that was the whole point. What George wanted Star Wars to have a lived-in feeling. It wanted to feel tangible. It wanted, I see that must be something that get used, because that was one thing he didn't like about 2001: Space Odyssey. He said everything was too clean and perfect. It didn't feel lived in. And so if you can pull things from things that feel natural to us, and it feels more grounded and realistic that way.
Exactly. The mythos, looking at the like Vietnam and all that, to kind of give an empire a feel that we can relate to, so he was inspired by a lot of things.
Absolutely. Okay, so the next super chat, we have Socially Distant Andrew for $10. Cancel culture takes no prisoners.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, they do not.
No, it doesn't. No. That's the worst part, is that like you do become a victim of it. If they target their sights on you, you're a victim of it, and they will bully you. And if you're strong, and if you're able to stand up against it like Gina Corano, and you have people know to come to your aid, then you might be able to weather that storm. But if you're not, then you might wind up leaving the platform and sort of just so you can maintain some level of sanity.
Exactly.
Because this stuff does wear on you. Like, it really does wear on you over time. You get sort of bogged down by it, and you just got to get away.
Yeah.
So, Arthur P for $5 says, seriously, for 5 minutes, be Darth Vader and choke someone on the other side of the field. agreed. I do not advocate violence, but I agree. So, thank you for the super chat so much, Arthur P. We appreciate you so much. Laura, you want to grab this last one here?
All right. So we have Casperius. Is that how you say?
Yes,
I'm sorry.
yeah.
$5. Okay, sings. Fudge the stuffing. I'm out. I'm out. And don't forget to calm your titties.
Is that funny?
I freaking love that.
That gets its own maximum effort, puppy.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Way to get around the YouTube censorship there, man.
That was great. It was.
Oh man,
that's awesome. So awesome. So, all right. Well, our main male guy's back here, Tom.
Yeah, I think it's probably about time we call this a night. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
oh yeah, it's been great.
There's been quite a few. You hung in there the whole time. We want to thank you so much, even though I know we were ghosted, and I didn't even get an alert myself.
Yeah, I didn't see one either.
So the guy, all of you that did show up, we appreciate it.
Down. We have 10 thumbs down.
I know. I think we're being severely flagged and severely we're totally being fucking sidelined by YouTube.
I have no
because when we first started this show, we used to get a ton of viewers.
Yeah,
and
around 800 or so.
At least. And then now, we're lucky if we can pull a few, but it's like every time we're ghosted, I should be getting a fucking alert. I watch every fucking Midnight's Edge video a million times because every time I go back for a comment or this or that or the other, there's no reason I shouldn't be getting an alert for Midnight's Edge no matter what. And we have not dropped any videos today, so there shouldn't be any excuse that, oh, you just dropped a video a little bit ago. No, there's zero excuses that I shouldn't be getting an alert, nor anybody else. So, and I'm glad Kevin did get an alert.
Guys, I see. Yeah, but the thing is,
I was 15 down probably for my little bit.
The thing with shadow bans is some people will get alerts, most people won't.
Yeah, but we're not probably showing up in the live part and all that kind of stuff. So
or in your recommended or anything like that. So guys, do us a favor, make sure your bell is checked, make sure you got all notifications checked, and
that doesn't even help. So sometimes, that's why I wanted to say, make sure you subscribe to us on Twitter and all that stuff too.
I was gonna say, well, just check back on Monday nights at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time.
Yes.
Here. So.
And I'm glad for those who did get an alert, but I'm just getting sick and tired of this nonsense. It's bullshit.
It's crazy.
So we appreciate you for show up, guys.
Yes, we do.
All right. But it's because of you guys we keep doing this, and hopefully we can just surpass this shit. Maybe after November shit will change. Who knows? Maybe the crazy will go away.
Do I need my card?
You got your card? Okay. All right, ladies, let's tell everybody where they can find you super quick. Alora, let's start with you.
All right, you guys, I am your Legends girl trying to make it in this discounted world, and you can find me on my channel, OG Star Wars, and I do Thursday morning coffee chats. I post a lot of Star Wars lore. My heart is with the George Lucas era. That's why, I was so passionate about, I'm passionate about what happened with Gina too, because she plays a phenomenal character and she's also a leading lady and producing some of the Mandalorian stuff. However, Mark Anthony, he comes from George Lucas era and, he's not very well known. And so it kind of breaks my heart to see what's going on, even with Zoe and how she, she went ahead and bent the knee to that. So, you could find me, talking a lot about George Lucas era Star Wars. I'm here with the beautiful ladies here and Tom, and on Monday nights, and also Wednesday, Fandom Menace once a month, and with the Queen's Council, Lorena too as well on Thursday nights, and I do random live streams as well. Oh, and guess what? I'm like 25 watch hours away from becoming monetized.
Yes,
nice.
Queen!
Get on over there and subscribe if you haven't already and watch some of our videos.
And so I am super excited. So you ladies, when that happens, we are going to celebrate. So again,
I can't wait.
All right.
Can't wait.
Drink is 6 sent us in a quick $5 super chat. Says YouTube cannot handle the raw sexuality of this live stream. Thank you very much. It's about time somebody recognize my prowess.
You just can't forget about Tom.
That's right. All right, look, it's all me. All right, Lorena, please tell everybody where they can find you.
Hey, everybody. I am Lorena, Lacrena Creole, bringing you that spice to sci-fi and pop culture analysis. Over on my channel, I have recently dropped a review for Muppets Now, Episode 2 on Disney Plus, and also a review of the movie Black is King on Disney Plus, also over on my channel. You can find me on various live streams. On Sundays at 8 p.m., I have my Welcome to Florida live stream where I just kick back with a bunch of friends and review Florida man stories and laugh and crack up and just have a rip-roaring good time. Of course, on Monday nights, you can find me here with the gentlemen and the lovely ladies here on the panel for Toxic Femininity. On Tuesdays at 6:30 p.m., you can find me on author Stephen Walton's channel for TR4. Monthly on Wednesdays, you can find me on the Fandom Menace with OG Star Wars and Mary Mayhem on Mary Mayhem's channel. And on Thursdays at 7 p.m., you can find me on Justin Proper's channel for This Week in BS. Also at 9 p.m. for the Queen's Council with OG Star Wars with the wonderful panel of ladies. And we kind of rotate whose channel we're on every week. And you can also find me on Saturdays at 7 p.m. for Rogue Entertainment. And with all of that said, I am going on vacation for 2 weeks.
Need one.
Yeah. I want to go with you. Take me with you.
I'm going to chill. And I'm going to be OG's eyes and ears when I go to Disney Springs and look for original trilogy tchotchkes and little things like that. And think of Mary when I go to the Wizarding World of Harry Potter and look for Harry Potter gear and take pictures and stuff like that.
I'm a Ravenclaw.
Ravenclaw. Okay, so you have to subscribe to me because I may pop up and start doing live streams where I am in Orlando and all of that. So everybody, thank you so much for coming. I'm going to miss you guys for the next 2 weeks, but you never know. I could be lurking in the chat. So
there you go.
I like it.
All righty. And last but not least, our mistress of mayhem, the master of ceremonies. I don't care. I just called you the master. That's right. Mary Mayhem.
Well, hello, everyone. I am Mary B. I am the mistress of mayhem, disruptor of the narrative, and official Whammon card holder. You can find me over my channel, Mary Mayhem, where I talk about newsy news stuff during the week. Have a little bit of fun on the weekends. You also find me here Monday nights with Midnight's Edge, as well as over on Geeks and Gamers. So, and if you guys haven't already, make sure you go check out the website. Sign up for premium. We've got that exclusive content coming down the pipe for you guys. It's going to be super fun, and I'm really looking forward to exploring that with you guys. So yeah, come check me out over on my channel if you want to. If you like to, I make videos and stuff.
All right. And of course, you can find me on Midnight's Edge After Dark. And thank you very much, people, for being here tonight.
Proving that the Fandom Menace isn't just toxic white males. It's toxic femininity brought to you by me.